caught in the crossfire. It's caught in the crossfire.
Well, you know, it's a debate show, so we've basically robbed the audience because I have nothing to add. I mean, the
You
Knicks
look so
are
depressed, Stephen A.
It's very depressing. I mean, and don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking you in any way, Max. You didn't do anything wrong. I'm just saying that I genuinely have nothing to add. I spoke to Kevin Durant. Obviously, he interviewed me on his boardroom. That's supposed to be coming out soon, and you know, we spoke about it, and you know, I knew that he was considering the Knicks. I also know for a fact that Dolan had everything to do with him electing to go to Brooklyn instead of the Knicks. Because when you look at the New York Knicks, people don't complain about Steve Mills. People don't complain about Scott Perry. People don't complain about Madison Square Garden, despite the fact that it's above Penn Station and we know what kind of environment that could be from time to time. Rat's best friend sometimes, for crying out loud. We get all of that. But in the end, it's Madison Square Garden, it's the Mecca, and everybody would love to descend upon Madison Square Garden if you actually had something to root for. And the perpetual, continual, relentless complaint is aimed solely in the direction of James Dolan, who's presided over this franchise pretty much on his own since 1999. Since that time, they've had just 5 playoff appearances. They've won just 1 playoff series. They've had the worst record in the sport. They have been a national, an international embarrassment to the sport of basketball. And the fact of the matter is, the closest thing that the New York Knicks have had to a star in 50 years is Carmelo Anthony and Patrick Ewing. One never played in an NBA Finals. The other never won an NBA championship. Those are the 2 biggest stars you have had since 1973.
Right.
I have nothing to add other than that, other than to say that I believe that the producers and Molly and all of y'all brought this up to torture me and to remind me of the level of depression that I cannot escape from because I was fine until we brought up the Knicks. And this is what happened.
Dennis Smith Jr., R.J. Barrett, Kevin Knox. I can go on and on.
No,
you got a squad?
No, you don't. Here's the issue. And then they sign veterans who's going to take minutes away from the young. It's a mess. Here's the issue with the Knicks, Stephen A. When you say stars, in fact, it's not like in other sports where you're like, oh, we need to put butts in the seats, so we need star power. In the NBA, the biggest stars are the best players, and they have the largest influence on whether or not you win a championship. You can't do it without stars in the NBA. And name a single superstar who's ever signed with the Knicks as a free agent. Name the guy who's like, yep, I want to go there. First of all, I don't care what a metropolis you are. If you're a cold weather city, you're behind the 8 ball.
Why are you doing this, man?
That's the truth. And then, by the way, here's how bad it is. Even sometimes the basketball gods say, okay, this is such a mess. We'll just drop Jeremy Lin into your lap. No, see you later. We'll give you Kristaps Porzingis. See you later. You don't even get anything for him, really. They just leave. So the times where you have maybe this guy can do something, no, not even then.